Hey guys, Chaos Master 237 here, back for more Trails of Cold Steel, continuing where we last left off. So, where I had no choice but to end the video at this particular part. I really wish I didn't, because this moment is honestly too good to be cut. But oh well.
Because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader. Someone we can count on to keep us...
Oops.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down.
I did it again.
Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go. Especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Celtic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away. From my family, from myself.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to pause the video at that particular part. I can't believe it was done so early. I'm pissed at myself for that.
Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Rean. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Use that right back on him.
Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
True.
Alright, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out in my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thors was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait, all of us?
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
He just nods his head.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Which one? But which one? Was it when Elisa said it, or was it when Rean said it?
Stop! Rean, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Sure.
Oh.
Sure, that's all it
Lisa,
was.
there's nothing to be embarrassed about.
Yeah, seriously.
Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway?
Just stop, Elisa.
Fine, if that's how you want to play it. None of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
Shit, good luck with that.
What? I don't...
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, guys?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you.
Damn it, I did it again.
Drinks are on me someday.
Oh, also, Elisa would normally be getting her S break around this time. Yeah, her S craft at this time. Okay, 0255 hours. Shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious, or anything at all, really. Why do we even do this every day? You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early. But come on now, you gotta get where I'm coming from, at least a little. I could understand if we were posted near Crossbell, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you never expect it would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General is a great man, yeah. But what are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? You think that rumor is true? That he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say. That kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. True. Fine, fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here. I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but you're here, and hey, who's counting? Honestly. Wait, what was that? What the? What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Zendergate needs to know about the... What the? No way. Ah! An enemy attack? Where is it coming from? No. Oh, adios. Like, I would have started running like crazy, man. Like, after the first one hit, I would have started running. Yeah, I'm gonna save. Ah, that was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Would anyone like more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay, let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Ah, thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guests. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be tending to today. North Monster. Okay. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Gwen stayed in the Elder's home. Oh, shit. I held X. I was holding the X button. I didn't mean to. I thought I lifted my finger, but I didn't. Oh well. I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objections to completing this morning's task without you if you wish to spend more time with him. But, Lakin, are you there? Elder? Yes, I'm here. We got trouble. Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton. Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zendergate just a short while ago. They say the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. And just like that, the music is dropped. What? It sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. Third Armored Division military airships, Cavalier and Galeer, as I call it. Republican Army, 8th Area Division, Aviation Regiment, Aldebaran. Airborne Armor Division being sent out at first as always, I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the armored regiments too. Lieutenant General, we have confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guards. A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zandergate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you guys. I assume you'll be heading to Zandergate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Vander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thors Military Academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright. Please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder. Lakin. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it the most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zandergate at once. Indeed, we need to find out as much as we can about what happened. Accompany the party. Are temporarily inaccessible. Okay, yeah, so we only go south. Oh yeah, and guys' profile will be updated automatically. That reminds me, I should actually double check character profiles. Yeah, Lisa's didn't update. Just double checking. Okay. Excuse me, Lakin. We'd like to ask some questions about that monster. Sure, ask away. While it's not a required task, it can't hurt to know more about it just in case. I'd like to know about the monster itself. No one's ever seen before. Its figure alone is mysterious. What I saw was no ordinary monster, but a giant made of stone. That sounds remarkably similar to the golems from old fairy tales. We have legends of such a creature as well. And now that you mention it, that monster was strikingly similar to what's described in those stories. That's just bizarre. I've got a bad feeling about this. Me too. We should probably get rid of it quickly before anything happens. That's exactly why I decided to assign you this task. If you're going after it, head over to the southwestern area of the Highlands Northern region. However, keep in mind that there's no need to force yourselves should it prove to be more dangerous than anticipated. Got it. Thanks for the information, Dad. Anyway, we should... Yeah, da-da-da-da-da. I'll be sticking with the people here for now. They left me in charge of the truck driving. That's work for me. This isn't time for jokes, Grandfather. You know things are about to get really dangerous. I know. Alright, there's nothing else we really can gain here. Oh, whoops. Ilfa will take Amr's yurt, and Ranga will take Elder Yvonne's. Be careful, you guys. Make sure you're back before it gets dangerous. Alright, and just for this, I think it would be best for everyone to not be in casual attire anymore. Oh yeah, that's the summer tower. We aren't getting there yet. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem, don't sweat it. Breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for. Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time? Do you think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? Nah. No time thinking about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Xander Gate as fast as we can. Right. Whoa, don't write too roughly. I like how Norton isn't even riding with us. Where is the monster again? Probably not where I can deal with it, right? Yeah, in the north. Oh, whoops. So since we're in the south, I can't fight it. Now, if I recall correctly, there should be some other kind of cutscene while we're out here, but I think it's only going to show up after we talk at Xander Gate.
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
Where?
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
Oh, there it is.
We need to hurry.
Yeah!
Those are armored cars from the Imperial Army.
Damn, this isn't looking good.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about this cutscene, but yeah, it's good enough. Looks like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. And it appears they're preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photographs. I wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected you might show up. Lieutenant General, did you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir? I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time. A freight train bound for Ruhr departs 30 minutes from now. I want you all on board that train. Finish every field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. What? But sir... While things ultimately depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from an armed conflict with the Calvard Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did they not relay the message to you? Be that as it may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening. Lieutenant General, have you established which side attacked first? Gaius, that's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Xander Gate, I have a duty to act. So there really were fatalities. Let's presume, for the sake of argument, that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was the damage? Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be, at minimum, equal to ours. Honestly, I'd estimate them to be far greater. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, that doesn't make any sense. I'm afraid we've long since passed the point where leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war, but we're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict, and I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, Will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? Gaius, investigate on your own? As I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth behind what's happening. You're serious. We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study too. No, wait. This is the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. Elisa's grandfather's here, so she has justifiable reason. You are part of Class VII and their friends, so of course they're gonna help. A classmate and friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough? I am a son of the House of Alborea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Gaius, do you remember what you said to us back at Heimdall Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. It appears you've lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, It's currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Then we haven't a moment to waste. We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. That sounds like a good place to start. Yeah, here we go. This is where, after this scene, is when we get Gaius' update.
Really,
profile
I
update.
appreciate it more than you know.
It's no big deal, honestly.
I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all. And more than that, we're friends.
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this.
You got me.
Oops.
It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation, and I'm sure each of you feels the
damn
same.
it, I did it again. This is why I want Otto.
I love this land with all my heart.
This is why I want Otto.
The wind racing across the highlands, vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky, the breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight. I love everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but
I can't think of anyone else who would state their love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it so much, why did you leave it behind? If you truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains. And the Imperial Army responded in kind with the Watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent. One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives have been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now. That there was no guarantee my homeland could stay at peace forever. That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then, you joined the Academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Yeah, something along those lines. When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thors Military Academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer. So there I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the Academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they'd leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand.
Lisa?
Just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this. Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family.
Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop war from breaking out.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you.
So when he talk, is when when he talks, so when the volume for his voice is so low, I had to turn that off. You can see the shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I feared. They confirmed casualties too. I didn't think I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expected my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war with Calvard. This may be too much for students like us to handle. No, we've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time we've come through, we just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we can do something here too. You're right. True, we should focus on doing what we can. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp for the situation. Yeah, let's find who's in charge and get their permission to start an investigation. I see. If Lieutenant General Vander has given you permission, I see no reason to refuse. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvary could begin at any moment. We've got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing the damage. That seems wise. When we've gathered all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Right, let's go. Okay, now I'm actually gonna go and use the bathroom really quick. So I will be right back. Oh man, that took a little while. Now let's get done with what I can and probably extend it just a little bit more for the time limit to make up for it. I apologize for that. Rowan, why'd you go and die on me? Oh, Zat survived. He seems pretty down. Can't say I don't understand how he feels though. It was right when the shifts changed. Rowan came out to relieve me, and I was chattering away with him like always. That's when the first shell hit us. We must have been around 3 in the morning. Around 3 then. Right in the middle of the night. I was on lookout. I should have noticed something was off, but that explosion completely took me by surprise. I was so sure nothing would ever happen out here. That when something actually did, I was totally useless. If I just paid a bit more attention, if I'd been a better soldier, Rowan might still be with us now. It's not your fault. None of us could have predicted that something like this would have happened. You can hardly blame yourself for a lack of vigilance after being stationed in a peaceful area like this for so long. They attacked in the dead of night, knowing your guard would be down. I wonder if it really was the Republican armies doing it after all. We need more information before we can say for sure. No, I don't think it was them. There was something else that happened before we came under attack. We heard an explosion coming from the Republican Army's base. When we looked, we saw smoke pouring from it. What? We knew that both bases were attacked, but did both attacks really happen around the same time? If that's so, it's unlikely that either army was responsible. Who is responsible then? We should keep this in mind as we piece things together. Huh? Is this? What's up, Elisa? Is there something unusual about that scrap of metal? I knew it. This is a motor shell manufactured by the Reinford Company. Are you sure? Yeah, I've seen them before on the assembly line. There are only a couple models made of firing this kind of shell. That would suggest that the motor used to fire it was also made by the Reinford Company. But if we assume that's true, it seems much less likely that the Republic was responsible. True, why would the Republican army use a weapon made in the Empire? It doesn't make much sense to me. Even if we account for deception, it seems unlikely that Calvert would go this far to conceal their involvement. Though considering the stakes, we can't entirely rule out the possibility. Still, this might prove to be an important clue to solving this mystery. Yeah, I'm gonna try to extend the time just a little bit. For a little bit longer, just to make up for that loss of time. I don't even know how long it... personally, I don't even know how much time was actually lost. But I'm pretty sure it was a lot. This is awful. It really is. It looks like they got hit hard. And to think we were... to think we were casualties. No, we weren't. And to think there were casualties. You know the Imperial Army isn't going to sit and twiddle their thumbs after suffering an attack like this. They have their image to uphold after all. Hey, looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. You think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the Highlands? It seems very likely. But where on the plains could they launch an attack like that from? Well, the Highlands are incredibly vast. We need some kind of clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something here that'll point us in the right direction. Alright, the last one right here. How's the situation with the Republican Army? It looks like they're really hustling over there. We've confirmed a number of armored vehicles entering and exiting the area. We've heard their base got hit pretty badly too. And even from over here, it sure looks that way. The Lieutenant General said that the Republican base got hit at least as hard as the Watchtower, if not harder. But we believe they were responsible for that as well. They need an excuse to attack us, and that sure as hell looks like one. Do you really think it's true? That much damage seems awfully excessive. They probably just got overzealous with the explosives. Doesn't make much difference either way. They're brazen enough to attack us, we'll blow them across the border. The soldiers here are all seem to have their doubts. But without any evidence, we're not going to be able to convince them of anything. We should consider the possibility that this was a deliberate act of sabotage by Calvert's forces. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now we need to analyze what we've learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So first of all, what time did the actual attack on the Watchtower happen? 3 AM. Yes, that's what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on then. That's right, the Republican Army's base also came under attack. And according to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republican Army bombed their own forces then. But there's no evidence that the Imperial Army launched an attack either. All we know is that both attacks happened and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Elisa said, we have no evidence to suggest that either side was responsible. If we accept that as fact, the most likely scenario is that the responsibility lies within another party entirely. So you think a third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries into starting a war? Tensions between the Empire and Republic are always high. But compared to other areas of similar political value, the Nord Highlands have always been peaceful. I can conceive of no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. If anything, it seems that the negatives would outweigh the positives for both parties. If this were Crossbell, it might be a different story, but here, now that you mention it, we found something else odd about the attack on the Watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Referring to the weapon that was used. I gotta hurry it up. If you're talking about the motors used for the attack, right? Exactly. It looks like the orbital motors they used in the attack were an old Weinford model. Inkling. Yeah, I'm gonna be skim reading this. Indeed, the reason. The Verne Company, as I recall. Spawns for manufacturing mostly unused Republican army. I've heard that military surplus sometimes. It seems unlikely that either army used to cover the tracks quite. However, there's still a far impressive question to answer. Yep. That's going to be difficult to work out, but without that vital detail, all our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than speculation. We need conclusive evidence. Agreed. But the Highlands are far too vast to just strike out searching blindly, especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. Actually, we may not have to start our search blind. If Elisa and guys will lend me a hand, I may be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of the damage together with the speed and trajectory of the motor shells, and then take into account the Highlands' winds, I may be able to estimate the area from which the motor was fired. Or potentially, anyway. Are you serious? It sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. Are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It's an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. That should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another look at those damaged areas and start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. Okay, I'm really glad I decided to speed up that because this is going to take a while. I believe the motor was fired from the location of the south of here. Using the map as a reference point, that means it was likely launched from somewhere in this area. According to my calculations, Can we just see it? Can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of mathematics we cover in class. I'll enjoy watching Regnitz really sweat it out trying to best you on our next midterm. True? I just a little... Looks like the night piece. Right. Alright, can I save now? There's So on the horseback, can I save? Okay, if it doesn't let me save, I'm gonna have a real problem. Alright, let's start looking. I'm gonna save it, then I'm gonna get to the spot. Okay, good. I'm gonna get to the spot. And then I'll stop it there once I reach a couple more minutes. Like, if I have to end the video at that part, then I will. You know, I'm still pissed at myself. I'm honestly still mad at myself for for how long it took for the bathroom. It honestly wasn't supposed to, but I had to change the soap. I literally couldn't get out there. I mean, I could have just walked out with their dirty hands, but I didn't want to do that. That'd be disgusting, because that's disgusting. Like, no way I was gonna do that. Like going to the going to the bathroom was quick. Just coming out of it was just. I'm gonna stop there. Actually, I obviously went a little too far, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Hey, over there, you found something? I'm probably actually gonna cut out the part with the bathroom part. Yeah, I'll probably cut that out. What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? I can hardly believe its presence here to be mere chance. Do the people of Nord use this area for anything? Not that I've ever known. This just got a lot more suspicious then. Perhaps the motors was fired from somewhere up here. It definitely seems worth a look. I'm just not sure how we're gonna reach up there. Service, any suggestions? Yeah, I want to show this part at least. I believe an idea. How about we at least over bow? Maybe you hit the ladder. Absolutely good. I'm glad you think I'm that good. I'm glad you think I'm that good of a shot, but I really don't see it working. Oh, this is just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any better ideas. Why not give it a try? It's time. Yep. Our tool to pull it down would cost us precious time as well. Can't really argue with that. All right, here goes nothing. Yeah, she's gonna do it again. Come on, Emma, do it again. There. I'm really glad I didn't fast forward. Wait, what? That actually worked? Seems you got ways to make under. Look at the shot. Quick draw, Lisa. Was I just imagining that arrow glow for a second? Yeah, let's get up there. Alright, now I'm gonna save it here for sure, and I'm gonna end this part here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe. All support is greatly appreciated. Once again, I apologize for how much of it honestly was cut. It probably is. I don't even know how much I'm gonna have to cut. That's how bad it is. So I'm gonna do my damn best to make it up next time. Make it up next time. So until then, guys, so I'll make it up next time, and as well as any other content that could come from the rest of the channel. And I, of course, we're gonna hopefully figure out the mystery next time. Until then, guys, laters!